Okay, so let's get right into it. It has never ever been easier to start investing, right? I mean, a few taps on your phone and boom, you're in the market. And that's great. But have you ever felt like it's less about a financial strategy and more like, I don't know, a really exciting high stakes game? Well, you're not alone. We're going to unpack why your trading app might have more in common with a Las Vegas casino than you think. You know that feeling your heart starts pumping a little faster when you buy a stock and you're glued to the screen watching it tick up or down? That rush is real. It's a powerful feeling, and believe me, it is being deliberately engineered into these new investing platforms. So this brings us to the first big idea. The line between investing and just plain old entertainment, it's basically gone. What used to be a kind of slow, deliberate thing has been turned into this super fast-paced, engaging, and let's be honest, dangerously fun game. And you've seen these, right? That digital confetti that explodes after you make a trade? That's a classic reward signal, just like in a video game. The push notifications about hot stocks, they create this major sense of urgency, that fear of missing out. And one-click trading, it just removes all the friction, making it ridiculously easy to make an impulse decision. And you know what? This whole gamified thing is working. Just look at this number, 10 million. That's how many brand new investors jumped into the US markets in just the first half of 2021 alone. So this isn't some niche thing. Millions of new players are being drawn into the game. So, what makes all these features so potent? Well, it's not just about slick app design. This goes way deeper. We're talking about brain chemistry. Let's actually look at what's happening inside your head when you hit that buy button. We hear about dopamine all the time, right? But most of us get it a little wrong. It's not the feel-good chemical you get when you win. Nope. It's the maybe chemical. Your brain releases dopamine in anticipation of a potential win. That's why the uncertainty of the market is so incredibly addictive. And this quote, wow, it just says it all. I mean, think about that for a second. The high you get from a winning trade isn't just a metaphor. On a brain scan, it looks pretty much the same as the effect of a powerful drug. It's an intense biological reaction. And here's the other crucial part. Our brains are basically prediction machines. Research shows that if a stock goes up just twice in a row, our brain automatically expects it to go up a third time. We are literally wired to see trends, even when they're not really there, which makes us super vulnerable to all that short-term market noise. So this leads us to a really critical distinction. Knowing how our brains work, we have to make a conscious choice. Are we here to play for the thrill, or are we here to invest for our future? Because they are not the same thing. Let's just break this down. Playing, that's all about the emotional rush, needing constant action, and just focusing on the immediate win or loss. Investing, on the other hand, is, well, it's the opposite. It's about patience, having a solid process, and focusing on your long-term strategy, not the day-to-day drama. Okay, quick gut check. Be honest with yourself on this one. When the market's closed, or if you take a day off, do you get that antsy feeling like you're missing out on something big? And what about this one? You have a losing trade. Is your immediate thought, I gotta jump back in and win it back? That's a classic sign you're chasing the feeling, not following a plan. And finally, have you ever made a trade that you knew was probably a bad idea, but you just did it anyway for the excitement of it? If you're nodding along to these, you might be trading more for that dopamine hit than for actual financial gain. So, if we're all playing this game, what are the actual consequences? Because in any casino, whether it's in Vegas or on your phone, there's one simple, unbreakable rule. The house always wins. For a really clear picture, let's just look at the world of sports betting. Check this out. Research shows that a teeny tiny fraction of bettors, the most active ones, generate almost all the profits for the sports books. The huge majority of players, they're basically just funding the game for everyone else. Now, here's the kicker. The stock market is shockingly similar. Study after study has shown that only about 1% of active day traders actually manage to make a consistent profit. Everybody else, well, they're providing the cash that makes the game possible. And this chart just shows you the cost in black and white. Over a 20-year period, the market itself returned over 10% a year, but the average investor who gets emotional, buys high, sells low, they only got about 9%. That gap, that's the price you pay for playing the game instead of actually investing. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Even Warren Buffett has called this out. He said the casino isn't some building you have to drive to anymore. It's right there in your pocket, calling to you every single day. And when a guy like that says something, we should probably listen. Okay, but this is not all doom and gloom, not at all. The great news is, once you understand the game, you can completely change how you play it. You can actually rewire your brain and your habits for long-term success. So here are 4 simple but really powerful things you can do. 1. Automate your investing. Set it and forget it. Take the emotion right out of the equation. 2. Build in some friction. That 24-hour cool-off period, it can stop a bad impulse decision dead in its tracks. 3. Change how you reward yourself. Get excited about sticking to your plan, not about a lucky win. And finally, always manage your risk. And honestly, this is the ultimate goal. You want your investment strategy to be boring. Seriously, excitement is for other parts of your life. Building your financial future should be a slow, steady, and predictable process. It should be like watching paint dry. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question. Take an honest look at your habits, at your portfolio. After everything we've talked about today, ask yourself, is your strategy actually designed to build lasting wealth, or is it just designed to give you that next rush? Because the answer to that question is going to define your entire financial future.